Good afternoon and welcome, everybody. This would be the Jeff Cameron Show right here on 97.9 ESPN Radio. Thanks for tuning to it. Happy Redemption Thursday to you and yours. I'm Jeff. That's Tom. We're online, ESPNTallahassee.com. That's where you go to listen live via the streaming free always. Don't miss anything, but if you do, go back, get caught up at your leisure, as we will post the show upon the conclusion, both on our own website in the archived audio and to iTunes. If you go to iTunes, rate, review, share. Appreciate all those 5-star rankings. It helps others find the show. You can email us if you like, jcs at 979espnradio.com. Keep them coming. I read them all. Don't always get back to you, but I appreciate the input, the observations, the fodder, all of it. WTSM app, good for your mobile devices. Hello, YouTubers. Hello, Periscopers. Hope this finds you doing well. This is a pseudo Redemption Thursday / Libations Friday edition of the program. We are off tomorrow in honor of the bye week and our need to go and relax. We're out of here. We're leaving. We're going.
In honor of the bye week. I like how you put that.
Yeah. I'm celebrating the bye week. I mean, when you play 4 home games in 5 weeks to start the year, come on now. It's a lot of Saturdays for your work.
That is.
Well,
and you know what? We've won the last 2 Saturdays.
You're damn right we have. It's a glorious thing. And we won with our Redemption Thursday wagers a week ago. And we did so exceedingly. I dominated last week, and I'm going to brag about it throughout the day. Should note that we've got games for you today. Didn't want to overlook and not do my duty here, so here you go. Good game tomorrow night. Central Florida on the road against Cincinnati. Cincinnati, of course, did get pasted by Ohio State to the tune of 42-0, but they've bounced back since that loss. Played real good defense a week ago. Crushed Marshall on the road. I actually had Marshall getting points in that game. That was a terrible pick by me. Cincinnati hoping to knock off UCF, of course, who has the loss to Pitt. I'll take the Knights, though. I like them to win the game, and I'll give the 3.
All right. Let's go, Knights. Yeah. Get back on the road. Get back on your feet.
Get it together. Boston College is getting 5.5. This is a weird game to me. I don't think Louisville's very good. I don't think it's like a distinct home field advantage. Oh, no, we got to go to Louisville. The reason you would be scared to go to Louisville was when Lamar Jackson was there. That was the only reason you were nervous, not because of their crowd or their stadium. So this isn't a hostile environment, and I don't think Louisville's good. Boston College's offense is pretty good. Their defense isn't, but that's not a formidable offense at Louisville. Kind of a pick-em game to me.
2 terrible teams. It comes down to a field goal or a missed one at the end of the game.
Strike you as a pick-em game, do you?
It should be. But the problem is, there's always danger lurking. If you're capable of losing to Kansas at home and getting blown out by Kansas at home, then you're capable of anything.
That's true. Well, I took him. I think it was my heart talking. I love Steve Addazio. I'd like to see the man keep his job. I didn't appreciate that on yesterday's show. Some slappy out there had my man on the hot list of coaches that are going to be fired. I thought that's absurd. It's BC. He's a BC man. You can't go to a bowl game in 6 of your 7 years that you're at Boston College and be on the hot seat. Come on now. That's not right. You're not going to do any better than Steve Addazio. You're not.
The new offensive tackles and tight ends coach, Steve Addazio. What do you say?
Wouldn't that be something?
University spokesman.
Come on down, Steve. We'll have Danish. Texas is giving 10.5 to the Hillbillies at West Virginia. Weirdest fan base in football. Give me Texas. Go up there and win that game. Going away. Go, Tom, they're going to win by 21 or more. Rocking chair game. Calling it right now.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
Rocking chair game for Texas at West Virginia this weekend, folks. Put it on the board. Army +3 against Tulane in a game I would literally watch whether I was a sporting guy or not. I love this game. Good game, 2 good teams.
Would you want to revise your pick on Texas because Red River is next weekend?
It's a bad spot. Texas normally doesn't cover in this spot because Red River is on the horizon. They do this time around. It's a new Texas, buddy. It's a new Texas. Baylor at K-State in the under.
I like Texans would take very kindly to the idea of new Texas.
No, they like old Texas a lot.
Yes,
they like do. Old Texas too much. There's so many things to say about that. Baylor and Kansas under 49. Washington -16.5. I just keep kicking Stanford when I get a chance. Anytime Stanford's out there, I take the other side. Oregon State got a backdoor cover against Stanford because it was Stanford. and I took that cover plus 4.5. They lost by 3. All right. I'll take Washington to cover the 16.5 here. I got Iowa plus 4. It's a really public underdog. I'm probably going to lose this game. Harbaugh has to win it, doesn't he? But give me Iowa. I just think Michigan's broken. I'm kind of going on that hunch that Michigan's broken. Northwestern plus 7.5 against Nebraska. That's too many points to lay if you're Nebraska. You really can't beat anybody by 7.5. Give me Northwestern plus 7.5 in an ugly game that I would not watch, will not watch, not even a highlight. Ohio State minus 20 against Michigan State. I think they win. Tom, I'm calling for a big beatdown here. A lopsided affair. Probably going to comfortably cover the 20 by halftime.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
You do realize when you watch this team, man, something's going on at Ohio State that is truly special. They look like us in 2013 right about now. I mean, they are mauling people.
They're going into a bye week as well. So
run it up.
Yeah, that's what we said about Clemson last week, and Clemson decided we don't care very much.
But Clemson hasn't looked like Ohio State's looked so far this year.
100%. 100%.
And then I took 2 pro games. Tonight's game just for fun, just for giggles, to have a little something on the line. Seattle minus 1 against the Rams. Basically a pick 'em. I took Seattle to win at home tonight. They haven't been good at home, which is weird, so I don't know. And then the Bucks plus 4 against the Saints. I don't know if that's my heart, but that's a lot of points in that game. That feels like a close game in the fourth quarter.
It should be. It should be a barn burner on a Sunday afternoon. We'll have that game programming note for folks. So that's the day of Game 3 of the NLDS. We are the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes,
we are the home of the Atlanta Braves.
Yes, we are.
That's right.
Way to go Rays last night. Here we go Braves today.
1 o'clock on Sunday. We're carrying the Bucs game. We're going to carry all of the action to the conclusion of the game. We've been playing a lot of 3.5-hour jobbers, too. If we are, that's whatever. And then we're going to join the Braves game in progress on Sunday. It's a 4:10 first pitch, but we'll get you to it by 4:30, 4:45, the latest.
I like it.
If the Bucs go to overtime, we'll pick it up as soon as the Buck game is over.
Bucs aren't going to overtime. They're going to win in regulation, and I'll get my cover. We'll get our win. We'll all be happy. Be good times on Monday when we're talking about that big win.
That's right.
Yeah, it'll be good.
First place in the NFC South, suckers.
On the line. Should be noted that today's show is abbreviated because we are actually going to make way for the Braves. So you'll get to hear the Braves this afternoon. It's playoff baseball, after all. Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this.
It's right here, guys.
We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men and a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
Enterprises, roofing and construction services. T-Spark Construction.com.
Are you starting a new business or expanding your business? Looking for the right general contractor to assist you with a tenant space build-out? Look no further. From restaurant to retail, we have the experience to work with you. At T-Spark Enterprises, we are ready to be a part of your vision and build a space that exceeds your expectations. Whether you're looking for design build or build from your own design, give us a call today for a free consultation. As the owner of T-Spark Enterprises, I guarantee when it comes to your business space, we only provide picture-perfect results.
Call 850-766-1340. T-Spark Enterprises, roofing and construction services. T-Spark Construction.com.
License number CGC 1525336.
The Friday Night Lights are back on Tallahassee's Sports Monster. Catch a full season of high school football action on 97.9 ESPN Radio. In broadcast partnership with a Varsity Sports Network. High school football on 97.9 ESPN Radio is brought to you by Barano Heating and Air Conditioning. Whatever your heating or cooling needs, turn to the experts at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning. 580-4029 and online at baranoac.com.
Not every law firm is the same. For example, you don't hire a divorce attorney to handle a foreclosure. The same goes for your insurance claim. Hire a firm that has the knowledge and experience in handling insurance matters. The Morgan Law Group is dedicated solely to this cause, fighting insurance claims that are underpaid, delayed, or denied. With offices throughout Florida, the Morgan Law Group covers claims for all hurricanes, storms, mold, fires, boats, and even sinkholes. Representing the policyholder, going after the insurance companies. The Morgan Law Group. Offices Miami, Orlando, Naples, and Panama City. Online at policyadvocate.com.
Not an employee or member of a law firm.
Bye, hon. Going to the Super Saturday sale.
But it's Friday.
Actually, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at JCPenney. Shop 3 days of super-sized deals at the Super Saturday sale. Grab select women's A&A denim for $24.99. And then stop by the new outdoor shop to get 40% off select rugged apparel. Plus, get an extra $10 off your $25 purchase with coupon. Find it in the app wallet.
Outdoor shop? Wait for me.
JCPenney. Offers valid 10/4 to 10/6. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Come visit the new and exciting Hangar 38. This amazing place is for everyone listening right now. Practice your bowling skills, compete, and have fun. Whether you're a newbie, an all-star, or a beer frame champion, no matter how you roll, you'll find the best place to bowl is at Hangar 38. Hangar 38 is home to over 75 arcade games, so they're sure to have something for everyone. Zeppelin's at Hangar 38 is a premier full-service restaurant and sports bar, and it's also your place for birthday parties and company outings. Tallahassee, what are you waiting for? Come on out to Zeppelin's Hangar 38, 6668 Thomasville Road behind Walgreens.
Hi, I'm Jeff, founder of Which Witch Superior Sandwiches, and I'm here to tell you about our signature witch, the Wicked. Why call it the Wicked? Some say it's wicked tasty, some say it's wicked large. One thing's for sure, with oven-roasted turkey, ham, pepperoni, roast beef, and bacon, as well as your choice of 3 cheeses, it definitely takes you from wicked hungry to wicked happy in just a few wicked good bites. Only at Which Witch Superior Sandwiches.
On Wednesday, the Wicked is just $5. 5 meats, 3 cheeses, $5.
Cornerstone Tool and Fastener in Makita welcome back football season. And to kick it off, we are bringing the best deals of the year. Buy a brushless premium Makita 5 amp hour kit, get an instant $50 gift rebate and your choice of another bare tool free. Plus, we are adding in another 5 amp battery for free. That's 3 batteries and 3 tools. Check out our specials on cordless blowers, chainsaws, compressors, and so much more. Cornerstone Tool and Fastener, 1110 Stuckey Ave in Tallahassee and 3269 Crawfordville Highway. Tallahassee location open Saturdays 8 a.m. to noon. Online at ctf.nu.
Hi, Chris Kraft for the Kraft Brothers dealership, and Nissan Truck Month is here. Sit in the cab of a Nissan and feel what you're missing, and we'll stand up to F-150 or Ram any day. Get 0% interest for 72 months on all Titans, plus Titan Midnight Edition package is free and up to $12,000 off MSRP. Yes, $12,000 off Titan, and the Nissan Frontier is $5,000 off. But hurry, these prices are only good during Truck Month, so come test drive one now. Or if you're looking for a high-end vehicle with low-end payments, visit our Infinity of Tallahassee store. The Kraft Brothers have special lease deals with Infinity. So listen to this. With just $39.95 down, QX50 for $385 a month, or QX60 for just $415 a month. Truck and SUV payments and savings you've come to expect from the Kraft Brothers dealerships. Kraft Nissan on Mahan Drive between Academy Sports and Costco, or Infinity of Tallahassee on Capitol Circle Northeast next to Ted's Montana Grill. Payments plus tax for 39 months with approved credit through IFS or NMAC.
Kraft Brothers dealerships.
This is the Jeff Cameron Show on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
All right, let's do a little Who's Hot, Who's Cold, brought to you by our friends at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning. Cue it up, Tom.
It's time for Who's Hot?
It's so damn hot.
Who's Cold?
Looks like she's gonna turn cold tomorrow.
Oh yeah, got a front coming in.
Yeah, you got that right.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold? Barano Heating and Air Conditioning. Boy, we have needed Barano this year more than most. 105 degrees in October, every freaking day. Better have that air humming. Barano will make it happen. Let's start. You want to start with cold? You want to start with hot?
Let's be pessimists today.
All right, cold. Dwayne Haskins. That was not a good look. He replaced Case Keenum and promptly was garbage with 3 picks. Just really 9 of 17 for 100 yards and 3 picks. So
That's not what you do.
Nope, not good. Not good. Looks like if you've got Gruden, not John, but his brother, as the candidate to be the first coach fired, you're going to win because I do believe he'll be fired after this weekend. That appears to be the case. So he would put him in cold, too.
Okay. Jay Gruden, cold as ice until he's fired.
Mitchell Trubisky, good news for Bears fans. He suffered a dislocated shoulder against the Vikings.
That's not what you do.
And you know what? It doesn't require surgery. That's the bad news for Bears fans.
That's not what you do.
You really would like him to be out for the year, so there's no, temptation to bring him back into the lineup.
It's in poor taste, sir. This is in poor taste.
Letting you know that that's a toughie there for Mitchell Trubisky. Also cold, I would say, Zeke Elliott against the Saints. What in the world? 18 carries for 35 yards. Thanks for the 1.9 yard per rush there, Zeke.
Yeah, so the Bucs have been able to run on everybody, but that New Orleans front might pose a unique challenge if the Cowboys were not able to get anything going.
Let's get to hot. We got a lot of those guys out there, and by that I mean their play, of course. And let's start with Jameis freaking Winston, your NFC Player of the Week. 28 of 41, 385 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. A franchise record in points scored, 55 on the road against the Rams, and a get-you-some game.
We're talking about Jameis Winston.
You're damn right, Coach. Phillip Rivers was 24 of 30, but it doesn't count because it was against the Dolphins. Matthew Stafford, 21 of 34, 291 yards, 3 touchdowns, was playing hurt despite the loss to Kansas City. It does appear that Detroit's got a little bit of a squad.
They do. That was a bit of a fumble fest, too. He had one of those fumbles inside the 10-yard line. I think both teams were kicking themselves throughout the game, but it was Kansas City who eked out at the very end.
Last second drive, man. That 4th down conversion with the feet for old Patrick Mahomes. That's tough, man. They're in man. Patrick waits for them to turn around and just takes off. And he's going to do that every time you're in man. And he's not slow.
One other note on Jameis Winston in the hot category, 31 of 39 against the Blitz this year for 500+, 6 touchdowns, no picks, and a passer rating of 158.3. Perfect.
Best in the league. Chris Godwin, that is true. That's not arguable. That's unassailable. He is the best quarterback in the league currently against the Blitz, which is awesome. Chris Godwin, 12 catches, a recipient of that greatness. 14 targets, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jarvis Landry is taking all of the receptions in Cleveland. I don't know why I have his counterpart. 8 catches, 167 yards, 1 touchdown. And then let's go to Nick Chubb, who we said would be a good running back in the NFL and is now looking like he's going to be a good running back in the NFL. 20 carries, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns. Also had an 88-yard score, and I didn't know that he was that fast. Did you? 22 miles per hour on the top end of that run.
Well,
Woo!
I mean,
big man moving.
Both those guys were good. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Sony's great up in New England. They're just going to kill him by overuse.
Yeah, but he fumbled, and they benched him. Bill doesn't play.
Sony will be there in the playoffs when
I
they
know,
need him,
I
just
know.
like he was last year.
But I always crack up. Bill is not having your nonsense. You fumble one time, get him out of there.
What are you, Dana Jacobson?
Get him out of there.
You're trying to hoodwink me?
Also, credit to Leonard Fournette, who we thought was about to be out of the league. He's been so bad. But 29 carries, 225 yards later, he's shooting the bird dust. So that's Who's Hot, Who's Cold, brought to you by Bearno Heating and Air Conditioning. Woohoo!
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this.
It's right here, guys.
We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men and a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
Olive oil and garlic and Havarti cheese and Parmesan, and it's just damn delicious. But more than anything else, I'm glad it's good, because if it wasn't, I'd be so sad, because I'd want to say lavash. When they come over and they say, what do you want? I go, lavash. Listen, the menu's got burgers, it's got wings, it's got salads, it's got pastas, it's got ribs, it's got all the good stuff. It's got a bologna sandwich. It's got a bologna sandwich.
The penne alla vodka. This is interesting.
That's damn tasty.
It is damn tasty. It's not something that I'm picky when I eat.
You are.
My pop is a huge fan of penne alla vodka, and he says you got to have it done just
perfect.
right.
Theirs is perfect.
The reputation for that has made it into 3 different conversations I've been involved in over the last 2 months in Tallahassee. It's ridiculous.
Bump us local 349. Good food, good people. Go see them. They're on Capitol Circle. Good stuff.
Xfinity delivers the fastest internet, the most Wi-Fi coverage throughout your home, and the most Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. Only from Xfinity. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today to experience all Xfinity has to offer.
One of my favorite things about being a member at Orange Theory Fitness is the sense of community. Initially, after taking the tour and seeing the state-of-the-art equipment, I was intrigued. I became convinced even once I researched the science-backed, technology-tracked, coach-inspired workouts, all of that. But what I didn't count on was the support, the sense of camaraderie shown by the members and the coaches. You realize pretty quickly you're not alone. And when you're pushing yourself through barriers and attempting to be your personal best, you can use all the help you can get. And it's there. It's amongst the members and coaches at Orange Theory Fitness. To learn more, go to orangetheoryfitness.com.
I'm Michael Blank, attorney with the law office of Jose Fernandez. If you've been in an accident, I know this can be a scary and confusing time. Our firm specializes in handling all types of accident and injury cases. Let us guide you through the process and get you the compensation you deserve. Call 855-HOSE-305 to make an appointment for your free consultation today. If you can't come to us, we can come to you, day or night. Call us now, 855-HOSE-305, the law office of Jose Fernandez. We don't get paid unless you do. Offices, Tallahassee, Miami. Se habla español. JRFinjury.com.
Come on, pick me!
Yoo-hoo! Pick me! Pick me!
No, pick me!
Take your pick with the Florida Lottery Pick Daily Games. With Pick 2, Pick 3, Pick 4, and Pick 5, you could win top prizes from $50 to $50,000. And you have 2 chances to win every day. The Pick Daily Games from the Florida Lottery. It's your ticket.
Claim it!
Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly.
Tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops this year with the new 2019 fall arrivals. Introducing the strikingly new T-Series irons from Titleist, featuring the T100 iron designed as a player's iron, the T200 iron, a player's distance iron, and the T300 iron, the complete game improvement iron. All pure Titleist. Let us help you find the right set and get custom fit today. Just a few of the new releases you'll find at Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home with a 90-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers since 1968.
Need help moving? 2 Men and a Truck Tallahassee provides professional home and business move services, both locally and long distance. For your next move, visit 2men.com or call them at 850-224-2232. 2 Men and a Truck, the movers who care.
Who's ready for the best wings in Tally and locally brewed beers? Hobbit American Grill is the place to be. They've been voted Tally's best wings again in 2018. Hobbit offers Bingo Mondays, happy hour all-day Fridays with craft beers on tap from all the local breweries. And the Hobbit is your home for all the UFC fights with plenty of high-def TVs for everyone. Be on the lookout for the food truck coming soon with the best lip-smacking wings in town. Hobbit American Grill, celebrating 40 years of serving great food to great friends for good times. For info on their hours and 3 locations, visit them online at myhobbitonline.com.
Broadcasting live from the Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat Studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is the Jeff Cameron Show on 97.9 ESPN Radio. Redemption Thursday, brought to you by Cornerstone Tool and Fastener. Got a do-it-yourself project that needs to be finished? Cornerstone Tool and Fastener, 1110 Stuckey Avenue in Tallahassee and 3269 Crawfordville Highway. Online at ctf.nu.
Man, the Korean Tour is not fooling around. No games being played on the Korean Golf Tour. Korean golfer Bio Kim. I don't know if he pronounces it Bio, and I'm not trying to mispronounce his name, but anyhow, spelled Bio. Bio Kim was suspended for 3 years by the Korean Tour for shooting a bird. at a fan during the final round of a tournament this past Sunday. You can find the video. It's a good bird. If you're going to flick one, don't go subtle on me. Get into it.
Was it Stone Cold Steve Austin level?
It's firing some birds.
Really?
He is firing
double
some birds.
birds.
Yeah,
in
he's
the video
getting it.
once again.
He is firing some birds, my man. Yeah, it's good stuff. He told, Kim did, ESPN's Michael Collins on Monday that he is sincerely sorry for his actions and takes full responsibility for what he did in reaction to a spectator's cell phone camera going off in the middle of his backswing, which caused him to yank his drive about 50 yards left. And he was angry. And you watch it. He hits the drive, immediately throws the club up, and then turns and double. He's firing birds. 3 years. What are we doing?
I don't know.
According to the Korean Tour, Kim has 15 days to appeal his suspension, but the golfer said he's not going to do it. He said he won't do so because it might suggest his apology is not genuine. He believes the punishment and the fine that he received was warranted. No, man. That's not what you do. Why is Siri going off? That's just not what you do.
Because Siri thinks it's ridiculous, too.
That's
3
crazy,
years?
man.
3 years?
That's awful. The fine was $8,350. I don't know if he's been a successful Korean golfer or not, but that's not a lot of money for guys on the tour, even the Korean Tour. But, my man, you got to take it somewhere else and go play some golf. That's ridiculous. I'm rooting for this guy from here on out. How many golfers have wanted to flick off fans and just never done it?
Well, it's not like the fan didn't screw over the player in this situation.
Right, he literally
this isn't,
did.
Rabbit ears.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if you guys listening have never been to a PGA Tour event, please go. It is hilarious. I mean, people get lit at these things, and it is unreal the things that they say to golfers. I can't believe what golfers put up with. Now, listen, they got a great life. They're going around beautifully manicured courses, best in the world, making hundreds of millions of dollars in some cases. I got it. You're playing golf for a living. But the verbal beatdowns these players take, it's unbelievable.
Well, and that's the beauty of the Shooter McGavin character.
Right.
Is he's actually not wrong about a lot of things with the people.
Right.
Go back to your shanties.
Right.
There's class warfare.
It is
on the outside of the ropes and the inside of the ropes going on every week on the PGA Tour.
It's incredible.
You've got CEOs in the tower talking to Jim Nance, and then you got the everyman out there pounding his 7th Mick Ultra, official beer of the PGA Tour.
Before noon.
Right.
I mean, he's going to get it on. He's going to earn his money. Now, you don't get any of that at the Masters. There's nothing like that. I mean, they'll throw your ass out with a quickness. So there's no, and they're watching. There's no nonsense at the Masters, as you might expect. But go over there to Sawgrass. Go to the PGA over there at Sawgrass, and you'll see go on a Thursday afternoon. People have taken the week off. It's unreal what you see. It's incredible. And, I've told you a couple of stories that I've been blown away by.
Who was the gate?
Chris DeMarco. Chris DeMarco. I can't even tell that story again. There's some, Davis Love. The things that were said to Davis Love have no place in our society. I saw it. I was very uncomfortable. People were getting on his gate, and it was unfortunate. And then, and they were getting on him, and he just kept going. Didn't even bother. What are you thinking about? You're thinking about the DeMarco thing?
No, I'm trying to think about
whether or not you tell the story?
No, not a story. It just country club kids and their entitlement. That doesn't really belong in society either. But I'm not justifying the dude behind the ropes.
No, you can't justify the behind the ropes guy. That guy is lit by one.
Yeah.
He's with his buddy, and they're yelling.
That's the dude I saw in the end zone of the old Houlihan Stadium in Raymond James.
Good old Houlihan.
Yeah. It's that guy. That guy paid for a ticket or his office. He won tickets to the office raffle.
Yeah. No, listen, I don't know, 80% of the people out there are really good golf fans, and they're just polite. But, man, the rest of those guys, it's an excuse to drink all day. It's day drinking. That's all it is, and they're yelling crazy stuff.
Well, and I know that they've cleaned up their image somewhat in the past 10, 15 years, but juxtapose this particular corporate area with the PGA Tour and what it presents itself as.
Oh, right.
When you go down to Valspar in Tampa, there is a Hooters section.
Of course.
And it
John
serves up,
Daly's hanging out there.
It serves up cheap beer, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can get cheap beer at the Masters, too, but it's just how you go about the process.
It's the presentation.
It's the presentation.
Juxtapose
That's right.
one against the other.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. You know, you can get good odds right now on the side here. I'm looking it up. Joe Burrow to win the Heisman. It's Redemption Thursday. I'm just looking at wagers across the board while we're talking here. I just saw that it might be a good idea to take a good look at Joe Burrow. Did you know he's 6'4", 220?
Yeah. I watched the Texas LSU game after our game that week.
No, he's really good. That's per our conversation yesterday. I'm not kidding, man. Clemson's got to be careful. There are a lot of really good teams right now. I mean, LSU is really good. We'll see what Auburn is this weekend. I mean, obviously, they got to win that game against Florida. Then we'll start talking about them a little bit more. But
Burrow killed me. Redemption Thursday talk.
Man.
3rd and 16. Throws for a touchdown. I mean, a completion in bounds wins the game, but sure. Go ahead and throw a touchdown.
Touchdown, Tom.
Yep.
You've had some toughies dealing with teams in Texas. Texas A&M pulled out the old goal line play for the ages against Clemson.
Yeah, great.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like, what a brilliant play call. And Tom texted me, oh, sure, Jimbo, pull out the best goal line play you got at the end of a meaningless game that you're down 8 or down 21.
Yeah, because you want to put 10 points up on the road at Clemson. Congratulations,
Jimbo's
pal.
about that cover, buddy.
He
tries to keep scores low. That's what he does. He's
Yeah.
always done it. It was funny, his speech last weekend after they beat Arkansas, they filmed that for the SEC Network, and they did a little special on that.
Really?
Yeah.
They filmed the speech?
Well, they filmed
his victory speech?
The whole leading up to that game. It's a rivalry game, everything. But yes, his post-game speech, and he talked about, hey, celebrate a win. Wins are hard to come by and all that. And then the look on his face, and he's like, I'll tell you this, though, we got to get a lot better. We got to get a lot better. The look like that crazed, oh, my God, I'm in trouble.
So he didn't pull the USF a season with, where he slams the helmet to the ground and goes, and you see the kid in the background who's his
scared
eyes
to death.
He's like, oh my God.
He did not do that, but he has a very concerned look on his face. It's funny. This is the year of the schedule. I feel like we've looked at 4 different teams with schedules where you go, good God, man. If you're not buckled up and ready to roll, and you have Texas A&M schedule, I would argue, obviously, you're just talking about now, LSU's got a tough schedule. Auburn's got a tough schedule. I mean, whew.
You're like Mustafa and Austin Powers.
I just keep looking at our schedule and thinking back to what I've said before about the really, really important you win 7 games this year, because it's not going to get easier than the schedule we currently have. It's really not.
Oh, for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, before the year, people were getting on me. They're like, oh, you keep talking like this schedule has no tough games. And I'm like, Clemson, you're going to lose that one. Really, where else are you looking? I mean, I'm not particularly impressed with Boise. I'm not all that impressed with Virginia. We were better than Virginia in that game on the road. I haven't fallen in love with Wake the way others have. I mean, where is it? Where are the games? I mean, that's why it's important that we won these last 2 games and that we're going into the bye week with a good, sense about getting better. But
worst case, 500 going to Wake Forest. There it is. That's what we needed to secure.
We did, and we really need to win the Wake game. It's so weird. I'm not even looking at this Clemson game. Maybe after the bye week, I will feel a little bit more jazzed about an angle to take. But I don't have it.
First place in the Atlantic. Destiny's ours at that point.
Tell you what's crazy is a reader or an emailer wrote in that what happens that the improbable plays out. Somehow Clemson turns it over 6 times. We get a special teams touchdown, and we eke out a 3-point win on the road against Clemson. You find a way. Well, okay. Admittedly,
Hangar 38 goes lit on a Saturday.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Next
That's
week.
where we'll be, yes. That'll be a celebration of celebration. But not just that. You would go from, 2 fingers to my eyes, 2 fingers back to you, Coach Taggart. We're really monitoring this season, need to see growth to, guys, we could win the conference. You would, because you could win the Atlantic Division.
You'd dread the roadie to Wake at that point.
You'd be scared to death because there'd be a lot on the line. Because in truth, you could win the Atlantic, and anybody you play from the Coastal is going to suck. You could win the ACC.
Get the rematch with Virginia.
ACC champs.
You wouldn't pick us to run the gauntlet at that point, though, and I use gauntlet in parentheses.
Gauntlet.
We're going to slip up in an ACC game between then and the end of the year, wouldn't we?
I don't know, Tom. I'm not willing to concede that. I don't think. Listen,
feeling really good about ourselves
I'm not
and overconfident heading up to Wake. Next thing you know, 14-0.
I'm not conceding. Wake Cuse, Miami, BC. Why would I? No, we don't necessarily have to.
Murderer's Row,
You
Jeff.
don't really have to. If you beat Clemson, now listen, I know we're crazy talk on a Redemption Thursday here.
Because it's Libations Thursday.
Yeah, but I assure you we have not partaken in any libations just yet. But I'm responding to a listener here. If they win the game against Clemson, and I don't think they will, I can't even say it with a straight face, you would really start to think about being ACC champs.
Yeah, crazy thing.
You would.
If Clemson had slipped up and lost to North Carolina and then you got the win, you'd have a 2-game lead essentially.
Oh, my goodness. You could lose to Wake and then go on. And
tie goes to the Noles, baby.
Oh, man.
Well, no, but then Wake would have.
Yeah, then Wake would probably win it. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
So it could be back-to-back games for first place in the Atlantic.
Just need a miracle a week from Saturday.
Just a miracle.
Just a miracle. Maybe it'll pour. Maybe it'll be a deluge, the likes of which we haven't seen in years.
I'd root for wind instead, so that Lawrence can't throw the ball down the field.
But then they get to line up and run the ball with ATN, and then we're going to try to run the ball with our offensive line. No. Don't want wind.
Wind and the plague. And it clears by Saturday.
Wind and the plague. It's Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this.
It's right here, guys.
We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men and a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
immediate delivery. 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude with MSRP starting at $25,120. On sale now for $18,870. That's a savings of $6,250. A new Jeep starting at only $18,870. Those prices are unheard of and can only be found at your Jeep headquarters of America, Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No other dealer can offer you this kind of savings. We buy in mass quantities and pass along the savings to you. 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude starting at $18,870. Payments as low as $299 a month. On the corner of West Tennessee and Capitol Circle, where we're right on the corner and always right on the price. Check us out on the web at TallahasseeDCJ.com. All prices include rebates and incentives plus tax, title, and dealer fee. State number 18J605. Must finance through Chrysler Capital and qualify for all rebates and incentives.
You're locked in with the Jeff Cameron Show on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Jeff Cameron Show. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you guys that email. I don't always get back to everybody unless it's Flag Day. Then I get back to all of you in one fell swoop.
Is it Flag Day or Memorial
President's Day?
President's
Day.
President's
Not Flag.
Day.
Isn't Flag Day President's Day? Isn't that the same thing?
I don't think so. No,
I don't
it's
know.
like Lincoln's birthday got converted to President's Day.
Okay.
So it used to be get Washington and Lincoln off. Now it's just President's Day.
Well, that's when you get my emails. If you've been emailing me for years. I emailed a guy who emailed me 7 years ago for the first time I emailed him back.
Hope you're alive, pal.
I actually was shocked. So that when I did that on President's Day, I sat down, I went back as far as so this will make you guys laugh. Another little weird tidbit about me. I have in my inbox, and you know this from looking at my phone, and it drives Millar nuts. He can't even handle it. Like if he's listening to this right now, it's going to upset him. Here, I guess I can show you guys. Just look down at the bottom there, fellas. Look at that. I have 58,611 emails on my phone. On my computer,
It's all
Tom.
those 1-900 number receipts. Yeah.
On my computer, I have, because it combines accounts, both work and personal, 71,970 in my inbox. And somebody right now is like, oh my God, make it stop. Make it stop. Please clean that up, Jeff. Spend your time at the beach just cleaning that up. Do it. So on President's Day, I went back and I found emails from 2015, 2016 that people sent asking questions in midweek about the Wake game. I mean, you name it. And I answered them. And I thought, I wonder how many people, A, are going to get this return email and how many people will respond. And so the first email I got back was from a dude who had emailed me in 2015. And all he did when he saw my I answered his question, whatever it was. I can't remember it now. and I wrote back, I go, thanks for listening. It's 5 years later, you know? And he wrote back, President's Day! So he's still listening. How great is that? That's all he wrote back in all caps, President's Day. That's right. So James emails me. This is actually just from September 30th. This is a recent email.
That's
yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, this is
basically a minute ago by that standard.
Yeah, here you go. Here was his email. I think it's funny because he emailed this on Monday night at 10 o'clock, so he was really thinking about it, and he was rewatching our game. Jeff, Terrell from Pensacola, just want to say, yes, I do believe, you know, the proverbial, we still have some issues on the offensive line. See attached picture. And he sends me a picture, a still shot that he took from his television of our offensive line just getting brutalized by NC State, in which every member of the offensive line is literally falling down and being pushed to the ground simultaneously.
This is not when we tried to cut them. This is they were trying to block. And
these are legitimately guys getting brutalized by the defensive line.
A stack of pancakes going the wrong way.
So it's just funny, right? And so then he writes, we met 2 years ago. Yeah, the guy on the left is cutting.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But anyhow, it's awful, right? Look at this guy here on the ground.
So it looks like you got an interior lineman cutting and the left tackle cutting and everybody else is like sprawled.
Sprawled, just getting whipped. And he writes, we met 2 years ago at your Libation Friday celebration. 7 years a listener now. Still absolutely love the show. Thanks, James. And I love that you love the show, and I appreciate your email. Thank you very, very much for sending it to us and that snapshot. I get, by the way, a lot of emails from people who take still shots of our offensive line. You guys should know that part of the 71,971 emails that currently sit in my inbox, I don't know, I'd say 150 of those are still shots of our offensive line from either this year or last year or the year before, just being brutalized.
With the eyes emoji, like the big eyes going.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, it happens all the time. I just get it'll just say Jeff email, and then it'll be a picture of one of our linemen like getting picked up into the air and thrown towards the quarterback. Another guy with some crazy misstep.
Against the Citadel.
Yeah. And you're just like, well, good God, man. It's awful. But I do like that you send them. The other, maybe another 500 emails out of the 71,971, just got some more that came in, that Hulu wanted me to know that they've upgraded their service, Tom.
Oh, really?
I should probably delete that one.
They gave you some free stuff.
Check out this. Delete. Look at I got rid of that one.
All
it's
right.
deleted permanently, too. I didn't do just the trash. I deleted it permanently.
So how many is it now?
I just deleted two of them. 7,969. 71,969.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyhow, that said, another 500 of those emails are videos that you would never want to watch and that I don't get to unless it's President's Day because they're animals mauling people. People know I, talk a lot about crocodiles, sharks, crazy prehistoric birds attacking people, you name it. And
AKA the cassowary.
That's right.
Yeah,
and they send me those. You know how many cassowary emails we've received in the last 2 months?
I believe it. Yeah.
They're everywhere. I met one gentleman who actually went to look at cassowaries when he was visiting Australia and in the wild. I was like, oh, no. And he said it's spooky because from a distance, if you get too close and they don't want you around, they make that guttural sound to warn you that you're about to be in their general vicinity.
Wrong territory, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. And you've heard that sound. We looked up a video on YouTube of these cassowaries. Oh, no. I would need to hear that one time, and I am gone. I'm like, get me on a plane.
The only way you do that is if your tour guide has a Jesse Ventura minigun from Predator.
I mean, and he's in front, leading the way. I'm like, man, if anything moves, you take him out. You take him down. I don't care if it's just some dude living out here. He's got to go. We can't have that. That's nuts. Those things, they sound like dinosaurs. It's spooky. It really is. There aren't too many things you look at where you're like, that's a freaking dinosaur. And that thing is.
Hubie Brown, Chris Bosch.
Hubie Brown. Doing games again this year?
I bet he is.
NBA's right around the corner.
I haven't
buddy.
gotten the NBA on ESPN radio schedule yet, but he usually does work Middle America or West Coast games for the ESPN radio.
One of my favorite things is to randomly catch a Hubie Brown broadcast, almost by mistake. Like I just get in the car and it's game that's on. We're carrying it on 97.9 ESPN radio, something like that. And I jump in. I got to run to Publix or something. Next thing I know, oh, there's Hubie. All right. And he is into game number 16 between Cleveland and Toronto.
Yep.
Like it's the game 7 of all time of the 86 finals. He's just, well, that was a 6-game series. But anyhow, yeah, there he is, just freaking locked in. Now, what's happening here? And he can't wait to break down exactly why that play worked.
Now, Mark, the backside screen here is brilliant.
Yeah. And
it's really good coaching.
Yeah, and that basket makes it 14-10, Hubie. Okay. He can't wait. It's just the next possession's another chance to get really excited about a set.
It's a good way to be. He appreciates life. He really does.
It really is a good way to be, and it's why I don't spend a lot of time making fun of Dick Vitale. Dick Vitale is what he is. It's a shtick. It's his thing. He's become a caricature. I got all of that, but he really does love the hell out of college basketball. He really does, and he loves it every time he does it.
Earlier today, while doing the old filing part of the job, I had SportsCenter on in the background. That's right, the actual TV version of SportsCenter. Well, it's because Get Up was terrible, and I switched over. And Maddich was on the screen, and I had a hard time not laughing. I was like, oh, God, what is he going to say today?
Mr. Analytics.
It doesn't matter that Emmitt Smith has run for 1,200 yards entering Game 13 of the season because that doesn't indicate what he's about to do.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that
a rushing total has never given an indication on what the next game's output's going to be.
You know what's fascinating about anti-advanced metrics or analytics guy? it's like they all want to die on the hill, as opposed to saying that it can be utilized. It's just another tool by which to measure. It doesn't guarantee success next week for Emmitt Smith. And no, those analytics don't necessarily tell you that BYU is going to score 24 points next week when they face Tulane. Of course not. We understand that. They're tools to help you better understand what they are doing, what they are capable of doing, and what we've seen against these kinds of teams.
At that point, film doesn't matter.
I mean, right. I just don't know why.
I don't think we should pay Patrick Mahomes. Trevor, what?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Well, I mean, nothing that the film or the stats
the film
tell
has
me.
never won a football game before.
It doesn't
yes,
indicate
it has.
to me.
Yes, it has. You're wrong. It has. The film has helped teams win football games. That is just simply true, Trevor. You're wrong. I want those guys because you can tell how frustrated they get with him. They're like, here we go. Here comes a rant about how none of this stuff means anything. Why are you here, Trevor? Why do they – I mean –
you may as well be a cow in a pasture.
Just wandering the earth,
ooh,
man.
Grass.
Go find it.
Ooh, grass.
Yeah,
this tastes good.
It's bizarre.
What is this?
But
growing out of the ground.
That's every old analyst that is resentful of modern tools to measure players' output or productivity for an offense or defense, whatever it might be. For whatever reason, they're the scouts that get fired by Billy Beane in Moneyball. They're the guys, but, we've been doing it this way for 7 years. Well, great. It's not working. We're going to try something new. Whoa, why would you do such a thing? Because this isn't working. And they don't get it. They resent it. They hate it. But it's so easy just to say, well, that's a good stat. Could prove to be interesting, might be important. Here's one thing that is important. Their run defense is ranked dead ass last in college football, and the team they're facing is number 1 in rushing the football. That's going to prove to be useful when assessing this matchup.
No, it doesn't. That indicates to me nothing. Because if they care, if they care next week, they can stop the run. No. Anybody can stop the run if they want to try and stop the run.
It's the best. It's the best. Well, what will be the final hour of today's show is coming up next. Stay tuned. Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this.
It's right here, guys.
We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men and a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
Tune in to the Jeff Cameron Show every Wednesday for your chance at a free Wicked 5 meats and 3 cheeses of deliciousness, which is Wicked Wednesdays every week on the JCS.
It may technically be autumn, but DeWalt and Cornerstone Tool and Fastener are running out a sizzling hot sale. Cordless deals that can't be beat. If you buy 2 select tools, get a dual 5-amp starter kit free. If you want to go bigger and better, buy a 2-piece premium brushless hammer drill impact kit, and you can pick a select free bare tool and get a 3rd 5-amp battery free. That's 3 tools, 3 5-amp batteries. Or buy a 3-speed brushless impact kit and get a 2nd impact kit for free. Cornerstone Tool and Fastener, where the pros and serious do-it-yourselfers shop. Tallahassee location open Saturdays, 8 a.m. to noon.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions. Like Company Pages, where you can get people excited about working for you. And we give you this toy monkey, which will bang its cymbals when the right resume appears. Okay, there is no monkey.
I said there is no monkey!
But Company Pages, for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo to try Company Pages for free. Terms and conditions apply.
A Sport Clips Championship haircut experience makes you feel like your hair has its own walk-up music. Maybe you play sports. Maybe you play sports online. Or maybe your sport is keeping up with your kids. Your hair deserves its own walk-up music. And at Sport Clips, we make it easy. A game-changing cut from a stylist trained for guys while you're surrounded by sports. Hair this good needs no introduction, but you'll want one anyway. So download the app, check in, and get your hair in the game.
When you're in need of auto repairs, look no further than Nice Tire and Auto Service. Nice has been in business for 16 years with long-term, knowledgeable sales associates. They have the latest wheel balancing machine in the industry. And for passenger vehicles, they service AC, brakes, suspension, tune-ups, and much more. Never sit through a long wait. Nice Tire and Auto has 10 service bays to get you back on the road quickly. If you have tire problems, check out their large inventory with various Goodyear and Michelin tires. Nice Tire and Auto Service, 4792 Bluntstown Highway, 574-4100.
Nice Tire and Auto, just minutes away from FSU campus.
Tallahassee loves the corner pocket as much as a crystal ball winning catch.
He's looking, he lost it to the end zone. It's Benjamin! Touchdown! With 13 seconds left!
The 97.9 ESPN radio special is a must-have every Monday and Wednesday at the corner pocket. 10 mouth-watering wings, a fresh side of fries, and a chilled domestic pint of beer are just $9.79 all day long. Be sure and try the fish blend of sauces, a true wing eater's favorite. The Corner Pocket Bar and Grill.
He's gone!
Home of Trivia Tuesday, Beer Bingo Thursday, and the daily $7.99 lunch special.
Barry knows cool. He's keeping you comfortable. Barry knows cool. You can put him to the test.
You can't protect against everything life has in store, but you can sure try. When you turn to the experts at Carrier and Barano Heating and Air, we help you protect your investment with regular maintenance options that can keep your system safe. Receive same-day service when you sign up for the Total Comfort Service Program at baranoac.com. Florida license number CAC 1816186.
Chuck Oliver here, and there's no better place to watch football this season than Cigars of Tally Lounge and Bar, located at 926 North Monroe Street. On the corner of 3rd Monroe, Cigars of Tally is the perfect place to kick back and enjoy your favorite cigars and ice-cold beer. The Diamond Crown Lounge offers countless options, including J.C. Newman, Arturo Fuente, Padron, Drew Estate, Ashton, and many more. Watch your teams on sparkling 4K TVs and seating areas made for comfort and luxury relaxation. Check out the private conference rooms and the spacious patio for your next watch party and fantasy draft. Cigars of Tally Lounge and Bar, 926 North Monroe Street. Get your ash in here.
Noel fans, 97.9 ESPN Radio's exclusive home for 2019 away game watch parties is Hangar 38 in Bannerman Crossing.
Looking for the slant. This time Terry's got it. And he's into the end zone. That's a Florida State touchdown.
The Jeff Cameron Show crew will be on hand for every Seminole away football game for contests, prizes, and a good time.
They'll feed it to him again. Look out. Touchdown.
So when the Noles hit the road, join us at Hangar 38 in Bannerman Crossing, the exclusive watch party headquarters for 97.9 ESPN Radio, Tallahassee's sports monster.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Come in today for a 3 Chicken Supremes dinner for just $4.99. Each Chicken Supremes dinner comes with 3 of our bold, craveable chicken tenders, your choice of fixin', and a fresh buttery biscuit. Plus, you'll get a free legendary iced tea. For a limited time, get Bojangles 3 Chicken Supremes dinner with your choice of fixin' and a biscuit for just $4.99. And don't forget that free iced tea. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all.
Driving every day from the Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat Studios. This is 97.9 ESPN Radio, WTSM, Woodville, Thomasville, Tallahassee. Broadcasting live from the Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat Studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is the Jeff Cameron Show on 97.9 ESPN Radio. Redemption Thursday, brought to you by Cornerstone Tool and Fastener. Got a do-it-yourself project that needs to be finished? Cornerstone Tool and Fastener, 1110 Stuckey Avenue in Tallahassee and 3269 Crawfordville Highway. Online at ctf.nu.
Hour number 2 on a Redemption Thursday / Libations Friday edition of the Jeff Cameron Show. We are out of here in 45 minutes to make way for the Atlanta Braves postseason action right here on 97.9 ESPN Radio. Yeah. Sweep the Cardinals. That's what the Braves are going to do. We're online, ESPNTallahassee.com. That's where you go to listen live via the streaming free always. Don't miss anything. If you do miss something, go back, get caught up. We'll post the show to iTunes and in our own audio vault upon the conclusion. If you want to email, fire away with that, jcs@979espnradio.com. That WTSM app works well. And hello, YouTubers and Periscopers. So Redemption Thursday means this. Last week, I was exceptional. I beat you guys like a drum. Most of you had to probably reassess your situation after that kind of a throttling. I won, I think, 8 of the 10 that I put out.
Bend over.
Yeah. Maybe it was 7.
Bend over.
But the big one was no doubt me noting repeatedly that Duke was not only catching 3 points, but that they were going to straight up win that game outright, and it would, frankly, likely not be all that close.
Bend over.
And, of course, that happened. So here's the slate for today, and it is a huge card this weekend, Tom. There's a big card out there if you want it. A lot of interesting contests for sporting guys and gals.
Yes, after consulting earlier today, my goodness, a lot of interesting numbers out there. If it were the NFL, you'd say, I don't know what's about to happen this Sunday.
You'd run for the hills.
You would run away.
Yeah.
You would sprint away from the person talking to you.
Rule of thumb for me in my sporting endeavors is if I love the card, it's not going to be a good weekend. Not going to be a good weekend for me. If I like 15 games, 20 games, probably not going to be a good weekend for me. If I don't like any of them, going to be a great weekend for me. I don't know what that's about. It just seems to flow that way. Let's hope I'm wrong this weekend. Let's start with a game tomorrow night, which should be great. Central Florida on the road against Cincinnati, a cool Friday night game for us all. That's a good one to watch. That's an interesting matchup. UCF is only a 3-point favorite. This is for the conference, basically. I like that game. I took UCF -3. They blew Cincinnati out a year ago. I think that they're pretty much out for blood, UCF is. Now, I know I have the hiccup there against Pitt, but I think this team, when they have opportunities to get quote-unquote high-profile wins, are going to do everything they can to do it.
And they took the foot off the gas last week at UConn, so there's plenty for the coaching staff to ride them for on their way up to Cincinnati for this week, yeah.
Boston College, this is the one, doesn't this is like one of those games where you would say, I think the phrase in betting goes, this dog has fleas. I don't know what the deal is. Boston College is getting 5.5 points against Louisville. We've seen Louisville. They're not good.
Right. The argument will be that they got blown out, Boston College did, by Kansas. And Kansas isn't markedly better. So how did that happen?
Well, BC then went on the road and played a really – or maybe that wasn't on the road. Did they host that Wake game? It was really close. I mean, it was really close, the Wake-BC game. And everybody seems to love freaking Wake Forest. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was in Chestnut Hill.
I'm taking BC here, getting 5.5 points. Louisville – Texas -10.5. I think West Virginia's terrible, which doesn't say much for NC State. But I do. I think West Virginia's terrible. Texas should go light them up.
They should. It's also a game that they're going to be pissed off about because of the way the Will Greer game ended last year in Austin.
That's right.
You'd think.
A little revenge game.
West Virginia does give you communication issues that they turn out no matter what. They got nothing else to do.
Can't wait to get to that game.
They'll throw a couch from the upper deck down to the main level.
Army +3 against Tulane. Low-scoring affair. Two teams want to run the football. Should be a great game. Actually, one you'd want to watch. Army-Tulane is. Tulane's good. Think about that Tulane game, that loss they had to Auburn. It was like 21-6. They were in that. I mean, they played well. Give me Army +3. Good game. Baylor, Kansas State are offensively challenged teams. I'll take the under 49. Washington -16.5 against Stanford. You know I've been betting against Stanford all year long. They've hurt me once, but I've won all the others. I'll just continue to jump on the cover bus against Stanford because they just oof. Iowa +4. Another game that has me kind of thinking, I'm so public on this game. I looked it up. I wanted to see it. The public is overwhelmingly betting Iowa. So we're all going to lose this game, everybody. So I'm just telling you now, don't take my advice here.
Unless Harbaugh just is.
Well, and you know what? Real football talk for a second. If they lose that game in the Big House to Iowa, and it's entirely possible. I mean, it's a good game. And Iowa's not terrible. If that happens, I think it's going to go off the rails for Michigan. They still have to play Ohio State. They should have lost at home to Army. We watched that game. That was the first time we went, got issues here. This is a problem. Then you saw what
got a little out of line yourself.
Wisconsin beat Michigan like a drum. It's 21-0 before you can blink an eyelash. If they lose to Iowa, they're going to get rolled by Ohio State. They still have is it Michigan State?
That Michigan State game is going to be 13-10, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to be awful is what it's going to be. Pull up Michigan's schedule.
Michigan's schedule, forthcoming.
Yeah, pull up Michigan's schedule. I'm really curious. I want to see if they go off the rails. I think they're close to going off the rails, everybody. This is the plane into the side of the mountain game for them.
Okay, so obviously it's a noon kick on Saturday.
It wouldn't be
against
any
Iowa.
other, buddy. Has to be. Yeah, Iowa and Michigan at noon, buddy. Yeah.
So they got Illinois on the road a week from now.
They'll win that game, even by accident.
Then
Lovie Smith, sorry ass.
They travel to Happy Valley the week after that.
Oh my God, they're going to get killed. They can't move the ball in that Penn State defense. I'm going to find an early number. Penn State, lay it, whatever it is. Penn State's going to kill them.
They then turn around and host Notre Dame the next week.
Another loss.
There are no bye weeks in this stretch so far.
So Penn State, Notre Dame back to back.
That's correct. Yes. Travel to Penn State, host Notre Dame.
Okay.
The following week, they travel out to Maryland to play the Terrapins.
They should beat them.
And then they get their bye week.
Mm-hmm.
Then they host Michigan State on the 16th of November.
And then Ohio State after that.
Ohio State after that. 2 weeks after that, they will have to play Indiana in between. That is a road game at Indiana.
No pushover there. Watch out for that game.
So in sum, Iowa, Illinois, Penn State, Notre Dame, Maryland, Michigan State, Indiana, Ohio State.
4 more losses?
Probably three.
Like but if they lose this one, that'd be 4. They're going to lose 4.
If they lose this one, then they're losing 4 games. Yeah.
And they've already lost.
Yeah.
They've already lost to
Wisconsin. Beat the tar out of them. Yeah. So they're looking at a 7-5 season if they lose this
weekend. Does he get fired if he goes 7-5?
I don't know.
I think they should fire him.
I think the world does at this point.
My
Even
God.
the most ardent of defenders are saying, well, at some point,
that'd beat anybody
Jim
of
at
any
some point Harbaugh.
Yeah.
That's
It's
your new
unbelievable.
nickname.
Yeah. All right. So that's an interesting game. I don't know. I think Michigan will probably. I picked Iowa +4, which means I'm going to lose it. Northwestern +7.5 against Nebraska. That just has ugly written all over it. Ohio State -20 against Michigan State. I don't think Michigan State can score. Literally, I think they're going to get shut out.
So at that point, does Ohio State score 21?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm calling a shutout right here. Calling my
Oh,
shot.
he's looking for a spiked
I'm
baseball.
Calling a Chip Baker. I know you're listening. I'm calling the shutout. Ohio State's shutting Michigan State out. Now they'll turn it over on their own 5 in the first.
Chip was in Oakland last night. He tweeted a photo from behind home plate saying, I got a guy.
Yeah.
So he took in the wild card.
Definitely has a guy. And then in the NFL, I took our Buckaroos getting 4 against the Saints, and I took Seattle tonight against the Rams as a bonus pick, minus a point, just basically a pick 'em. Give me Seattle at home, just for fun. I wanted something going tonight.
Boy, that Bucks game is a big one. I'm nervous about that.
Yeah, because if we win it, there's real expectations.
I'm glad it's a bye week for us because otherwise, let's just say that it was the old days and Florida State was kind of a competitor in the grand scheme of things. I wouldn't be able to handle the double butterfly effect. I'm glad the Mets missed the playoffs for that because then I'd have a triple butterfly effect on a weekend.
But I like triple butterflies. You don't get them very often.
That's
man.
when you puke at 2:25 in the afternoon for no reason.
That's a good time, man. Anyhow, there it is. Those are the wagers. Redemption Thursday. Sorry we have to get out of the way early for you today, but we'll be with you towards the end of the hour, and then we're turning it over to Braves baseball. But your wagers are intact. Go ahead. Come at me. Get your picks in. Let's go. Non-perishable food items.
Programming note, may as well throw it out here. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock is when Rattler Review is going to air.
My man, Rory Chirac.
And then we are going to join Braves pregame show in progress.
Nice.
At 3:30 ahead of their game, too, because it's an earlier game tomorrow.
I'll be at the beach.
Me too.
There you go. And because we will be taking tomorrow off, no Libations Friday wagering with my mother, but we couldn't miss. Hotly contested battle here. What am I, 3 up? Is that right? What happened last week, Tom?
Absolutely nothing.
We had the same. We all had
That's
the
right.
same. That's right. That means I know that we both lost the Bucks game. What a thing of beauty that was. If you would, cue it up, sir.
And now for another edition of the Family Pick. Nick.
Go to your room! Mana, the meatloaf!
Take it away, Jeffrey.
All right, here we go. Hello, Mama. How are you?
I am good. I am happy. The Bucks won. Jameis got NFC Player of the Week.
Yeah,
The Rays won last night. It's exciting.
We're rolling. Hockey's back. The Lightning will avenge last year's embarrassing sweep in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, my Lord, I hope so.
I know. We got a lot going on, but
We do have a lot going on, and this is a crazy week. I know you tell me I say that every week, but some weeks are harder than others.
of course that's true.
And this one
game,
is one of those, I do believe.
This game right off the bat tonight looks tough. The
I
Rams
know.
at
What
Seattle.
a game, huh?
Yeah, Rams at Seattle. Who you got?
I got the Rams. I think they're going to be mad that we gave them a whooping.
I'm going to take Seattle at home on a Thursday night, and right off the bat, we've got one different, unlike last week. So there we
I
go.
know. Well, I see. That's really a hard pick. I think that's a toss-up, but I could have picked Seattle too. But I just, like I said, I kind of thought the Rams would be mad and want to avenge their loss, and so hopefully they'll be on top of it.
Jacksonville, this is a good game, against Carolina, the resurgent Carolina Panthers.
I know it, and I think so. I heard something that Jacksonville's quarterback, whoever it is now,
Minshew, he's everybody's hero.
Something wrong with his knee. So I'm taking Carolina.
I, too, will take Carolina. Buffalo's at Tennessee.
I'm taking Buffalo.
God, what a hideous game. Jeez. Quarterback
See what I told you?
Quarterback play will take a beating here. I guess I'll take Buffalo as well. We're on the same page there. New England at Washington, New England. Baltimore at Pittsburgh.
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
I'll go with Baltimore. There we go. A second one different there.
I know.
Both teams are terrible. I don't think Baltimore's any good either. So I don't know. I hate that Steelers team. Arizona's at Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'm going to take Arizona. Cincinnati has got issues.
Well, I think Arizona has issues. They're
Well, they
both
do, but I
terrible.
think that they're a little maybe better than Cincinnati.
I really don't know about this game. I don't have
I
an
know.
opinion.
It's just really a hard week. There's very
you're right.
few that are clear cut, I think.
This time around, Mama, you are 100% correct. I'm going to take Cincinnati. We're going to have 3 different. I'm going to take the Bengals to get their first win of the
Lordy.
year. All right, Cincy for me and Arizona for you. All right. Wow. God, that game is really a shame. What a travesty they have to play. Minnesota at the Giants.
Minnesota.
Yeah, we both have Minnesota, although I'm worried about Minnesota lately. The Jets at Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. Chicago at Oakland.
You know, that game is – I'm taking Chicago, but I think that's a harder game than we may think.
Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Me too. Taking the Bucks. All right. I thought I'd get you on that one.
No, I know New Orleans at home, but if they had Drew Brees, I'd think about it. But I really think we may be making a turn here. We may actually be starting to get our act together.
Secondary needs to get its act together. Atlanta at Houston.
They do.
Atlanta at Houston.
Yeah, I'm taking Houston.
Me too. Denver at L.A., meaning the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers.
Yeah. Green Bay at Dallas.
Here's another goodie. I'm taking Dallas. It hurts me to pick against my Green Bay, but I just think Dallas's defense may really give Aaron a tussle. So I'm taking Dallas.
Me too. Indianapolis at Kansas City.
Kansas City.
And finally, good game, Monday Night Football. Finally, Cleveland at San Francisco.
I know it. I'm taking San Fran at San Fran.
Yeah, me too. All right, there it is. We have our games that are different. 3 of them this go around. That's nice to see. Right off the bat, tonight's game, I've got Seattle.
I know it's going to be a goodie. I'll be watching. And this week you have to agree with me. This week was pretty hard.
I for once I do. You say it every week, and I sometimes roll my eyes. This time around, I think you are spot on. There's a lot of toss-ups out here on the schedule. The card is tough.
There really, really are. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
All right, Mama. Love you.
All right, I love you. Have a good weekend.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't know, man. First of all, I was trying to think of a game that I would want to see less than Arizona versus Cincinnati. In the entire National Football League, like combined two teams you'd like to see less.
Yeah, Cincinnati, Miami.
Okay, you did it. Yeah, you did it. That's good. That's good. Cincinnati versus
Cincinnati's got to be involved, though.
Cincinnati does. Like them and the Jets would also be something that you'd go.
Even when Cincinnati was a 9-10 or
you didn't want to see
11,
them.
No, if they played the Browns those years,
you were like,
who the hell cares?
Yeah, people there did. Yeah.
That's like Cincinnati Buffalo 2 weeks ago on Red Zone. God, dog it, Scott Hansen. Anything else? Anything.
You know, you're right. I think about that. That's fascinating, Tom. I think Cincinnati is probably the least liked team in the National Football League. Like, who gives a damn about Cincinnati? People love Cleveland. I mean, I don't give a damn about Cleveland, but people love Cleveland.
Correct.
And they love the sorry-ass Jets. The Detroit fans are passionate, and they're kind of intriguing for whatever reason. Detroit sometimes Detroit is
It's Thanksgiving. It's the endearing thing about Thanksgiving.
Maybe, but they got a little something to them, I guess. Maybe the history, I guess. But Cincinnati just doesn't bring anything to the table. There's nothing. First of all, I hate the field. Andy Dalton. I mean, really?
Yeah.
Andy Dalton, this is what we're doing here?
Well, and
he's good enough to start in the league, and he should start for Cincinnati and nobody else ever. It's perfect.
I think in a world where the Dolphins are not this bad, Arizona is in that conversation of you don't care about him. Larry Fitzgerald has kept people interested by himself. But honestly.
Well, but that team that went to the Super Bowl was good and entertaining and fun. And when Arians was there, it was cool. I mean, they had some draw. Kurt Warner is a Hall of Famer. They had something there.
Right, but if they're just your standard-bearing NFL
Their
team,
normal
7-9,
year,
9-7, who the hell cares? You go to Arizona, you're like, ugh, really?
Yeah, but I do think any time the TV's on and I walk in, if Cincinnati's on, I think, oh, what are we doing?
There's nothing else on?
Yeah. I mean,
Anything.
throw on PBS. I mean, I'd rather watch whatever thing is running there than this. I don't want to see Cincinnati.
Give me Bills and Jets.
Isn't that crazy? Somebody is a diehard Cincinnati fan. In fact, we have a listener, an avid listener,
We do.
Bingle Tyler. He goes way back. And I'm sorry you had to hear this segment.
Another one, Vance.
Oh, that's right.
He likes Kentucky and Cincinnati.
Well, Jesus. My God, what a combo. Vance, Jesus, man.
That's a Saturday and a Sunday for you right there.
Brother, I don't think there's anybody on earth that would say, I can't wait to settle in with Vance and watch a little Saturday Kentucky football and follow it up with some Sunday loving with Cincinnati.
I think they're going to get the Gators this year. That's what they say every single year. Every single year, and then Stoops blows it.
It's cool we discovered something. Yeah, for whatever reason, you just look at teams' names and it jumps at you immediately. Like, oh, God, really?
Put it this way. Kansas City is one of the most watchable teams, even though they have a piece of crap for a wide receiver who's coming back soon.
Yeah, I know.
But if they're playing Cincinnati, that game becomes...
you're like, I'm not watching that.
People love Tom Brady, but if it's Patriots and Cincinnati...
you're like, no. Cincinnati's the ass of the NFL. They really are. I think we have figured it out. Cincinnati is the ass of the NFL.
They travel to
Whatever.
Lambeau.
And it's
Who
not a
gives a
nice
damn?
ass. It's a terrible, lumpy, sorry ass. It's just that's Cincinnati. You're just like, oh, no, I didn't need to see that.
I was just going with the proverb here, man. The proverbial, buttocks. But you decided to describe it.
I'm going straight literal. I walked into Walmart, turned the corner, and went, look at that, Cincinnati's ass. Damn it. Didn't need to see that. It has to be in Walmart.
That's where Cincinnati would play.
Yeah. Oh, Walmart should own the stadium rights to Cincinnati. That would be great. And let's bring out your Bengals on Walmart Field.
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this.
It's right here, guys.
We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men and a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
community. Initially, after taking the tour and seeing the state-of-the-art equipment, I was intrigued. I became convinced even once I researched the science-backed technology track, coach-inspired workouts, all of that. But what I didn't count on was the support, the sense of camaraderie shown by the members and the coaches. You realize pretty quickly you're not alone. And when you're pushing yourself through barriers and attempting to be your personal best, you can use all the help you can get. And it's there. It's amongst the members and coaches at Orange Theory Fitness. To learn more, go to orangetheoryfitness.com.
Barry knows cool, he's keeping you comfortable. Barry knows cool, you can put him to the test.
People always appreciate it when you deliver on a promise and go the extra mile. When you turn to the experts at Carrier and Barano Heating and Air, our team would treat you like you would want to be treated. Zero interest financing and low monthly payments are available when you're approved for the Carrier credit card. Apply at baranoac.com. Florida license number CAC 1816186.
It's football season in Florida's Panhandle, and the best place to shop for FSU apparel and merchandise is Garnet & Gold. Owned and operated by Seminoles for Seminoles for nearly 40 years. Garnet & Gold has a huge selection of FSU merchandise to serve you, the true Nole. Shop online 24/7 at garnetandgold.com. And on game days, visit us on West Pensacola Street, just 2 blocks from the stadium. And remember, we're always open at garnetandgold.com. Go Noles!
Seminole Headlines, presented by Capital City Bank.
You're damn right.
Catch Jeff Corey and Ira each Tuesday night from 5 to 7 p.m. right here on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with the new 2019 arrivals from Callaway. Introducing the new Jaws MD5 wedges and the new Apex irons. The new Jaws MD5 wedges with Groove and Groove technology is the most aggressive groove in golf, and the Apex and Apex Pro is the ultimate forged player's iron with unmatched feel, incredible distance, playability, and control. Let us help you get custom fit for free today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Games for Less, the only locally owned and operated gaming store in town, has Tallahassee's largest selection of new and used video games and game systems. The future of video gaming is at Games for Less, where they have both the PS4 and Xbox One. It's time to trade in your old systems and elevate your gaming experience now. Games for Less is also your headquarters for the best in retro gaming. Atari 2600, original Nintendo, Super NES, or Sega Genesis, you name it. They got it at Games for Less. Games for Less, the Super Walmart Shopping Center on Appalachian Parkway. Give them a call today at 850-219-3535. That's Games for Less.
This team is ready for the playoffs.
And the Braves will raise another banner over Atlanta.
The National League Division Series is on as the Braves battle the St. Louis Cardinals for a shot at glory.
Donaldson with a great catch. That ball is gone. Home run.
Chop on and catch every single Braves postseason game right here on Tallahassee's home plate for Atlanta Braves baseball. 97.9 ESPN Radio, Tallahassee's sports monster. Broadcasting live from the Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat Studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is the Jeff Cameron Show on 97.9 ESPN Radio. Redemption Thursday, brought to you by Cornerstone Tool and Fastener. Got a do-it-yourself project that needs to be finished? Cornerstone Tool and Fastener, 1110 Stuckey Avenue in Tallahassee and 3269 Crawfordville Highway. Online at ctf.nu.
Yeah, that's the Friday music you hear because the weekend starts for Tom and I right now. Off to 2 different beaches. Gonna be a good time, buddy.
That's correct.
But also, we have to make way for Atlanta Braves baseball, which is coming up next. And you know what? Good on you, Braves. Let's go. It's good for this town if the Braves keep winning. Good for this radio station if the Braves keep winning. So, got to root for the Braves. Plus, I hate the Cardinals, so I hope you sweep their ass.
Way to keep the programmer on his toes. We don't know Monday's game time yet. for the Braves, but we do have to carry the Braves games.
Well, first of all, we don't know if Monday's game will even be necessary.
It might not be.
Might not even
Could be
necessary.
a sweep from the Cardinals.
We'll sweep it a do. No, we can't. We're not doing that, Tom. Screw the Cardinals. Screw the Cardinals.
Oh, no, I think.
Let's go Braves.
I think it's going to be 2-0 Cardinals. They go to St. Louis.
No, don't start.
We got an infield fly.
Oh, no. Let's go Braves. I won't do this, but if I have to. If it'll bring the karma where it needs to be, I'll put on a Braves cap for the day.
Oh, my God.
That's how far I've come on this. I hate the Cardinals. I can't do it.
Here's the deal.
I hate them.
Real talk, as they say. The Braves are a likable franchise right now.
Yeah, they are, and they got good young players locked up for years to come.
They actually win anything,
you're going to
F
be upset.
them. No way. So put them down.
Hey, the Rays won last night, baby. There you go. You got you a team for the playoffs now. Come on, they're in. They're locked in now. And that was on the road telling the A's, great story, Oakland, suck it.
That's
you know
right. Yep.
And my favorite part
Suck
about
it.
that's 9 straight times when they've had a game, the A's did, where if you win, you move on, you lose, you go home, they've lost. They don't win games. They don't win games that matter, ever.
So, there's this great little video tweet last night. It said the A's before they host every wild card game.
Yeah,
and it's a DB who's talking. He's pointing at the
And
receiver.
he just gets trucked.
And he goes with 2 hands.
Yeah, then this truck.
And then from out of the screen comes the receiver, and he Kelvin Benjamins him like the Miami.
I've seen
clip.
that one. Yeah, it's awesome. The stat is staggering for the A's. I think it's 15 out of this last 17 playoff games they played. They've lost. I mean, they don't win games. They don't. They get there, but they lose every single time they play. It's crazy. And they got dominated last night. Get you some of that. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. That Rays team deserves it anyhow. Having to play in that division, win that many games, good for them.
Stay tuned though on the Monday version of the program, because that could be another day where you have potentially 4 DS matchups going on at the same time.
So we did something last segment that you and I were cracking up about, even during the break, and I think we, by accident, stumbled into identifying just the team that nobody has any affinity for whatsoever, other than a few people, and maybe some Boomer Esiason fans. I don't know. But, like, virtually the Ickey Woods teams, I remember them very, very well. They've been to a couple Super Bowls. I remember them losing them. I remember all that. But Cincinnati is just the most nothing.
Instant channel changing material.
They are.
They're like Roseanne, the old Sports Center 6.
Yeah.
Stuff where you just go, whoa,
what are we doing here? The Nanny. Of that stuff. Just, let's go. Get it moving here.
I watched the Nanny. I was okay with the Nanny.
No, we're not watching the Nanny.
Mr. Sheffield.
Stop it. Get it moving. Can't watch the Nanny.
It's fine.
By the way, sitcoms in general anymore, you just can't. I mean, what are we doing? You can't do it. I mean, once you've had a dose of reality on television now, and I don't mean reality TV, I just mean that they make good television now. They didn't.
There you go. Real Housewives. If Bravo's on, the hell we doing?
Run for the hills.
Although Bravo, Bengals, I don't know.
Probably Bengals because it's football.
I'd go to HGTV and watch the 2 people from Waco putting stuff together on the $70,000
That's
budget.
That's the worst show. Oh, my God. What's her name? Something Gaines? Is that right?
And then the guy, he's like the goofy, everyman.
They're on. If you go to Publix like I do, I live there. They're on every shelf when you. It's him.
Yep.
Is what's his name? I don't know. But those 2 are everywhere.
The Waco
and it's
couple.
The fakest. It's ridiculous.
Man, I got locked into one of those when I was at the doctor's office a few months back, though.
You wanted to see? I mean, I'm sure they do good work.
And it was such a long wait. And I was like, man, you're going to kill me in this final segment. You're going to say, all right, time to come back. And I was already kind of pissed, but I was invested now.
Yeah, you're invested. Right. I gotta see what happens. Yeah.
Thankfully, they did not call me back for that appointment. I got to see the end of the episode, which house they chose, and all that crap.
No. But, okay, so any other franchise, and so I guess, look at it. Is there a game? Because I said this weekend, we may have the low light of the NFL season. Folks who missed last segment. Cincinnati's playing Arizona. I mean, can you think of a game? What's it? Is it a Q rating? Is what they call it? Is there anything that would have a lower Q rating than Arizona and Cincinnati?
The Cume? Yeah.
No.
The overnight?
What's the Q? Isn't that the popularity?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a popularity meter for like Kobe Bryant or anybody like that.
Gotcha. I thought you meant the overnight rating,
No.
The share.
No, yeah. There's some sort of definition that they use in television lingo for how popular you are.
So if they were like,
needle.
the people doing the metering when the politicians are speaking in
Yeah,
the State
yeah,
of the Union
yeah.
or a debate.
This thing falls off a cliff when they announce
both
Arizona,
Republicans
Cincinnati.
and Democrats would tank this thing down to like 2%.
Oh, unbelievable. Nobody wants to see that game.
Well, if you think this week's bad, just listen to the rest of the schedule. When I present to you Bengals versus
I don't even like to think about it.
Bengals versus Cardinals this Sunday.
Oh, it can't get lower than that. It can't.
Next week, the Bengals travel to Baltimore to take on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
It's a better game than this one.
The following week, the Bengals host Gardner Minshew and the Jags. Then the Bengals travel out to L.A. to take on the Rams. Followed by a home date with the Ravens. Round 2, Baltimore, Cincinnati.
Yeah, get it off my
The Bengals
TV.
go back out to the West Coast to take on John Gruden's Oakland Raiders.
Oh, no.
The next week, it's Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Part of a 2-game homestand. Game 2, Bengals-Jets.
Oh!
Then
That
we
actually
get into
hurts to say out loud.
December. They travel
Bengals-Jets?
Bengals-Jets.
Oh.
December 1st. Where will you be on December 1st?
Not at a Bengals game.
Perhaps Cincinnati, Ohio. Flying into Kentucky. Then you can go.
That's the worst.
Go to Paducah for the small
hate
airport
that
and cross the border.
sorry-ass airport.
All right. In December, they travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That kickstarts the month.
Rivalry game time.
They host the Patriots on December 15th. Tom Brady and the Patriots
No thanks.
looking to lock down the division.
I think they got an easy time of it there.
And here it is, December 22nd, Week 16.
Oh, don't
game
tell me.
15.
They play in Florida?
It is in Miami.
Yeah, there it is.
Bengals Dolphins.
Yeah, Bengals Dolphins. Holy moly.
Season concludes with Cincinnati and Cleveland one more time.
You recall one of the greatest picks that I've ever had on this show was many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mario will remember this well. Weeks in advance, when the Bucs were winless, I called that they'd win the game against Green Bay.
That's correct. They wore the
Packers.
throwbacks that day.
That's right. And they beat the Packers. I think it was overtime. They beat the Packers.
It was a late game. I think the interception to one Tanard Jackson
look
sealed
at
the game.
you. But anyhow, for whatever reason on the show at the time, we were winless, and I said they're going to beat the Packers. I'm telling you, they're going to beat the Packers. You watch it. I don't know why I knew that. I just knew it more than I knew anything in this world that they were going to beat the Packers, and they did. It was a big to-do. Do we do the same sort of thing here and say Miami will be winless at that point?
It's time to heap more credit your way through the glass. Remember the winless Dolphins.
Oh, I picked that one too.
You did.
That's right. Against Baltimore.
That's correct.
Bam, nailed that one too.
Which, in fact, that was a Greg Camarillo, I think, was the star player in that game. That was the same day
Holy jeez.
that Michael Spurlock took it 86
to the house.
yards
Against the Saints.
Against the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, I thought it was against the Saints.
The reason? I was in attendance
you were
for
at
that return.
Game. That's right. You were at that game.
People, perfect strangers, hugged each other in the aisles.
It finally happened.
It's
happened.
like
when we won a cold weather game. When we beat Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's like, there, get you some of that. I never want to hear that nonsense ever again. We've won some cold weather games. That's the end of it.
So you think the 0-14 Dolphins may
are
win?
going to knock off the Cincinnati Bengals because they have to. They have to. It's Cincinnati. Yes, I'm calling it. The Dolphins are going to beat the Bengals for their first win of the year, their only win of the year, and it'll be against Cincinnati in Week 14 down in Miami. There you go, Dolphins fans. You're welcome.
You will not be going
You're
winless.
not going 0-16.
Josh Rosen.
Not going 0-16. Rosen's going to guide you to victory over the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 14 in front of 17 people.
Week 16, they'll be 0-14 at the time.
Oh.
That'll be high drama.
Oh, it's a toughie. Good work out of you. We do have Braves baseball up next. That's the reason for our early exit this afternoon. Let's go, Braves. Let's go. Knock off the Cardinals. Come on, baby. I'm pulling for you. I want a Braves-Rays World Series.
Oh.
Braves-Rays.
That'll rate.
Around these parts, it would.
It would.
And that's all I care.
Absolutely.
I don't care about the country. Here you go. I care about these parts. Braves-Rays,
You're not
baby.
alone, pal.
Let's get it on. Let's go. Good work out of you. Good work, Matthew. Be well, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.